Toulouse? Yeah. How much? League One? Champions League? Okay. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Hello, it's official. We are taking over Toulouse. So, as you can see with the little phone call I had from my agent just there, looks like we are going to France. More specifically, Toulouse, a nice southern French city, known for our kind of student vibes. So, young manager like myself, I'll fit right in. Unfortunately, Toulouse isn't really known for their football as such. They're more known for their rugby. So hopefully we can change things around and make them a force in France, and then eventually a force in Europe. So as you can see, we're going to go straight into it with the player slash manager appearance. So we're going to go for a nice purple suit, purple tie with nice tan shoes, because of course we need to keep that purple theme going with old Toulouse. Funny enough, they are known as the Pink City, not the Purple City, which is very strange why they're wearing purple, but we'll go for it, and purple's a lovely colour. So as you can see, they are expected to finish first in the League 2 season, or Ligue 2 as they say in France. So we'll just have a quick scan at the squad. We'll look at this in further detail later on, but as you can see straight away, most expensive player is a player from on loan from Celtic and Vakun Isuf Bio. And their captain, of course, Ruben Gabrielsen, who's going to be a massive component to this team. And hopefully, from going there, we can strengthen in certain areas, and we can build around day 2 players. Hopefully, bring through a bit of good youth development as well. As you can see, by good training facilities and great youth facilities. So, yep, Stadium Municipal is the stadium, 32,000 seater stadium. As you can see from the League 2 season at the moment, there's no one in the stadium, but from the last few years, they've not really been getting full capacity crowds. So hopefully, we can make a full stadium and possibly even expand going further forward. So we'll go straight into it. We're going to go for a kind of, I would say we'll go for the old National C license. We're not going to start high up. We're going to make ourselves just a content. Will we go professional national level? Yeah, so we'll go for that, and of course we are a motivator because we like to get the best out of our players. Might not be most tactical, but we'll get the best out of our players. So we'll confirm and get through this. So as you can see, Toulouse will ring in their 50th season under new manager Ryan Edward. So 50 seasons in professional football for them. Of course, establishing in 1970. They had previous clubs before that under different names, but this is their new established club. So as you can see, appointment of 21-year-old who recently just finished away for club football and is ready to face the questions and face the media at the Stadium Municipal. So we'll be starting on £8,000 a week. Not too bad, I'll happily take that, and we'll be replacing previous manager Patrice Garand. I don't have a reputation as it says there, but however, with current ambitions, intriguing dynamic, we'll hopefully get ourselves playing to a higher level and managing at a higher level. So as you can see, as I said previously, director of football Patrick Celtic, and then we've got assistant manager Jean-Marie Houriez. We'll be relying on they two massively to help us understand the squad that we've got at our expense. Let's see, so nothing else really going on about what I've not said already. They've won League 2 3 times in their history in 1982, 2003, and it came up as 1982 twice. But in fact, I'm sure it was in the 90s. Came up runners up a few times, not really won much elsewhere. Now, most notable European performances and our short European performances was a penalty shootout in the first round of the UEFA Cup against Maradona's Napoli back in 1986. Just a little bit of information there, a wee bit of history, and played in the Champions League just the once in the qualifying rounds, losing to Liverpool in 2006, 5-0 in aggregate, so they didn't really do too well there either. So as you can see here, the major one, like most small clubs, is develop the youth and sell for profit. We need to work within the wage budget, so we'll be keeping an eye on that one. They want us to win League 2 and the 11th round of the Coupe de France. Of course, the Coupe de France does have hundreds of rounds. As you've seen a few years back, it was PSG versus, I'm sure it was like a 3rd or 4th division team in the final. So yeah, where else have we got? So develop the best youth system in the country, and then further forward they want us to remain in League 1 and become established in there, and eventually our own personal desires is to win the league and possibly Europe. So we'll do a press conference and we'll leave the inter-squad friendly and we'll get advice from the staff, and we'll basically get everything from there, and we'll just let this save up straight away. Okay, so as you can see straight away, we've got some players looking on that they're going to be expiring their contracts within the next year. Steven Moreira looks like he's a bit of a player. Could be potentially someone that we would maybe look to keep. Definitely looks like a good squad player, good ability, good potential. He's the type of player that we might need to keep an eye on. The goalkeeper here, probably not so much. 3-star overall. Going forward, he's going to be too old. He'll be dropping in quality as well. Possibly bringing a new young goalkeeper to be second choice. Some maybe like him, Thomas Himure, possibly could be a backup goalie next season if we get him on a contract, get him developed. Who knows? That's the type of player that we might need to look at. Okay, so I'll do all this kind of stuff off screen for you, and then I'll come back. Okay, so we've basically made some moves in terms of what we are and what we're not doing. We've basically not done anything in terms of the contracts as such. We'll probably leave that to probably maybe later on, maybe around about January time, just before, maybe December, just before the contract offers are allowed. Apart from that, we've basically just been doing some tactics and some kind of current and expectation visions. Basically, the expectations and the visions that were set by me and the board are the exact same as we explained earlier. Apart from that, it's basically just giving us some squad rules and just some general observation stuff that you normally would see. So we got our first loan offer. Basically what I've done was I put a few young players that are in the first team squad on loan, basically just to give them first team experience, and hopefully come back next year when we're in the League One, ready to go for next, possibly maybe be a starter by then, or at worst we sell them on for a bit of money. So as you can see, Steve Movie, a current ability of 2-star with a potential of 4.5, attack midfielder, 18-year-old. He's basically on buttons anyway, so even if we kept him, it wouldn't cost us a lot. However, it's more about the experience more than anything else. As you can see, we have got an offer from Cotton Sport. Basically, they're going to use him as a star player. They're going to pay basically the whole amount of his wages, maybe just a little bit less, but we'll happily take that, and we'll happily agree to that, because you'll be getting first team football on a consistent basis, and that's what we want. So code of conduct, we're not really going to change that at all, and basically we've got a few friendlies coming up, but we're going to delegate them to the assistant manager. We're not too bothered in terms of looking at how we play in the friendlies. It's all about the league for us and domestic competitions. So as you can see, we can look at the squad that we've got at our disposal. It's actually not too bad, to be fair, considering that we are supposed to finish first. It probably does explain why we are kind of half decent, but looking at what we've got, we should really canter this league. Goalkeeper wise, you've got Maxime Dupe. He looks pretty decent. Apologies for some of my pronunciations are going to be absolutely abysmal, and I'm probably butchering them and sound like an absolute muppet at the same time, but you know, I'll try my best. So we've also got a good wealth of experience and youth. So it's a good nice little blend. We've not really got anyone above the age of 30 apart from the sub goalkeeper, which is pretty decent. The majority of the first team squad are under 25 or 26, with the small exception of maybe the captain Gabrielsen 28, who's basically in his prime years as well, which is fantastic, along with Brett Degere, who we've got on loan from Ghent. Looks like a pretty decent inverted winger, so we'll probably play him off the left as well, or through the middle. The other kind of obvious ones, we've got a decent strike force in terms of Wesley Side, Bio and Couliris. Also got English forward Reece Healy, who's just came from NK Dons, who actually looks not too bad. He's got a good goal scoring record, so hopefully he can come off the bench and potentially start some games and do the exact same for us. The only kind of issue that I've got when I'm looking at my squad, and as you can see here, is basically my midfield. Basically the way I like to play is a box to box midfielder with a ball winning midfielder. So we're playing a really high, basically a kind of gegenpressing kind of style, very fast, very pressing. We like to kind of keep the momentum in the game. We like to tire the teams out, but however, saying that, it does tire us out at the same time. As long as we keep possession, it shouldn't be that too big an issue. The defence really speaks for itself, and I'm not really wanting to change the defence, to be honest. The only position I might consider changing is the left back position. As you can see, we're basically playing on a 2.5 star left back because he's a left mid. We've not really got any natural left backs, which is a bit of a strange one, but we will go and have a look and see if we can get someone in the market for that. Apart from that, Amion at right back looks fantastic. Young, 22 years old, 4-star with a 4.5 star potential. He looks brilliant. Hopefully we can even sell him maybe in 2 or 3 years time for upwards of 10 million. Don't know if that's too ambitious, however, we'll look at it. Gabrielsen, he's going to be your solid rocket back. Experience. Surprisingly not a Norwegian international, which I thought he might have been by now, but yeah, he definitely is going to be a rocket at the back, and he's going to definitely help our young 19-year-old centre half that's going to be on his left hand side, who, to be fair, looks pretty decent. As you can see, 3-star ability with the potential of 5. He looks like, despite being 6'1", he's got good heading, good marking, good tackling. Probably need to get his decision and concentrations up a wee bit. The composure and the concentration is definitely the two that we need to look at. Bravery, anticipation. He can read the game. It's just basically try to kind of get him focused. It's more the mental stats with him, but that will come with age. Ball winning midfielder. Can we do better there? Probably. And box to box, same again. I think we can do better. They're both 2.5. I think 2.5 and 3 stars, both in both positions. Can I do better? Definitely. So I think the 2 positions that we'll really be looking at, as you can see, kind of going through the other ones, possibly could go for a right forward as well. Striker, Bio up front, or we can go for Healy or the Greek striker Couliris. All of them look fantastic. Won't be trying to really take anyone else. Apart from that, to be honest, the team's looking pretty decent. So as you can see, and as I said, we're basically going to be looking at these 2 positions more or less, with a left back and maybe potentially a right-sided attacking midfielder. We're basically going to be trying to play it, as I said earlier on, we're going to keep it narrow, but we're going to keep it tight and fast, a very high tempo, keeping it low crosses. Despite Bio having a bit of pace, I do like to play the low crosses with the underlap, and hopefully we can take advantage of that. Transition, we're basically the same again. We're going to just press, and hopefully it will come and help us. And yeah, as you can see, we will have a second tactic just in case if we need it, of a 5-3-2. Despite it being a back 5, you can also be like a back 3 when you play it positive. The wing backs are basically just going to bomb up right up the field and hopefully help support the 2 strikers along with the attacking midfielder. So basically these will just push, all this area will just push right up the park and play in their half. So that's the plan basically in terms of the tactics. Scouting as such, I've not really done any scouting at all yet. We are going to scout a few players in terms of who we can bring in. The one that I'm looking at mostly is going to be Jozo Simunovic, just to come in and kind of strengthen the back line. If we do decide to play a back 3, he's definitely going to be a player that's going to come in and do us a solid. Of course, playing for Celtic last season, so he's no stranger to winning a few titles and having a winning mentality, so he's the type of player that we probably should go for. Apart of that, we're kind of looking at Johan Kabai. Same again, the only problem is it's high wages for such an old player, which I don't know if I really want to go for. A player like this could be more kind of towards the lines that we might look at for Moussa Dite, striker. However, do we need a striker? No, we don't. So it's kind of just having a look around and see what we can do in terms of that kind of side of things, but I'll do that all off camera and then keep this a lot more streamlined for you guys, and I'll be basically back once we're close to our first game of the season. Okay, so now we're on to the squad dynamics, of course. So we're basically just going to introduce ourselves to the squad as we normally do. So basically I'm just going to introduce myself as manager of Toulouse FC, and basically I'm just wanting to say that, you know, I'll be giving opportunities to young players. We're a team that wants to give youth a chance to develop themselves, and obviously give them the best opportunity to play at the best level. We're not really going to be going in anyone's way if they want to leave. However, do I see this happening? Not really. So we'll just say, oh, that was a bit of a stinker. I'm willing to say there'll be some cuts, just, you know, as you always do. And if anyone's want to take a coaching course, feel free. And basically just say that's enough for now. I think we're good enough to be champions. I think everyone's fair enough to say by that. Everyone's saying that we're maybe a little ahead of ourselves, but we definitely can do it. Come on, we're good enough to do it. I think if we can definitely get it. Well, this Diakite, I think he's young, but he's a bit not naive. Normally these guys would be naive, but I don't know if that would be classed as naive. He's a bit, how would you put it? A bit pessimistic, isn't he? Okay, we'll just say that's what we want. Good account of ourselves, and sort of reaction, and code of conduct. Great response, and that'll basically do is I don't think we really need to do too much. Basically the red is talking about Diakite just being an absolute pain in the backside and just not wanting to be ambitious this season, which is the last thing that we don't want. We want players who are ambitious and hungry, especially at a guy at a young age. We need to make sure that he's willing to fight to play for this team. We're basically just going to drop the bonuses down because, you know, we want to give ourselves a little bit more of a transfer budget, and we're just going to introduce ourselves to the press as you always do. So what does it feel to be the new Toulouse manager? Of course, it's a real honour to be trusted with the role, and I'm excited for the future. Why was I attracted? Well, to be honest, it was mainly the kit. Lovely purple colour. Of course, this one I'm wearing is white, but, you know, lovely kit. That was the main one. And of course, the sun and the sea. Who wouldn't love Toulouse? But I don't think that's an answer that we can give. So we're basically going to say we're a massive club, and I'm happy to be here. It was a perfect job, so I've no doubts, of course. You have the job without being able to speak French. Well, I've actually got a higher A in my French exams, so I think I'm pretty good. Despite not using it in about 6 years, so I'm probably back to square one. So yeah, I'll go along with that. But football, of course, is a universal language. You don't need words to describe how you feel. Taking a step into management at just 21, people say you won't be able to take command and respect from the change rooms. I don't think age is important. Of course, it's all about how you are and how you come across to the players. You don't have much of a reputation. Can I see myself running a club like this? Of course. I don't think reputation is probably a benefit rather than a negative, because everyone's expectations are lower now, so I can only do well. Be more suited to a cerebral approach to the game. Would you say that suits me as a suit manager rather than a tracksuit manager? I don't think it matters so much what you wear as long as the results are on the board. They've been on a general downward curve lately. Can you get things moving in the right direction? Of course I can. I hope so. And what do you think of the squad? To be fair, the squad is pretty decent, I'm not going to lie. It's probably one of the stronger squads I've started with on a save, or a taking over as a team, as you should say. But one of the reasons was because of the quality squad and the beautiful kit. May I add, the beautiful kit. Have you introduced yourself to the squad? Yep, we've started and reset, so everyone's on the same level. We'll be basing it purely on performances in training and during games now. To have a message to the fans, hope to come in the numbers, give us loads of money, give me more of a transfer budget, that'd be fantastic. And of course, where do I expect this team to be? We are going to be flying. We're going to absolutely fly. Okay, so that was pretty neutral, wasn't too bad. We've got a few friendlies coming up. Don't know necessarily how good we'll do, but you know, we'll give it a good go. As you can see, we've put in a bid for Jozo Simunovic, but he's had a good few offers in. In fact, he's had hundreds. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Recent offers come from Sparta, Swansea, Toulouse, Blackburn, QPR. Yeah, it's going to be a real tough one to get him on in the squad, you know. Funny enough, I'm kind of shitting myself, and I'm kind of wanting to offer him a little bit more so we can get him on the books. We'll give him a better wage anyway. Okay, you've been asked to take a preliminary squad, and we're just going to auto-select with some youth players, of course. You always want some youth players playing, give them some experience with the big boys. As you can see, we've got our squad for the first game. In fact, we are going to play the friendlies just so we can understand what our squad is like. And I'll basically go for the squad that I think is probably going to be best suited to our team, and see what we can do. So yep, let's go for it. We're playing Stade Brestois in the first game of pre-season, first game under the management of Ryan Edward, and we'll see how we do here. This is your chance to impress me. Prove yourself. Of course, we need to double check that everything's in the natural working order. Replays just for the goals and disallowed offsides. Not show opposition replays. We're just showing the key highlights. Speed that up a little bit, and we'll do that. We'll bring that down, right down, won't we? To the TV, and we'll bring the height right down, and zoom in, and we're good to go. Okay, so let's see how we do. To be fair, I'm not expecting too much out of this game, and if this is Toulouse Stadium, it is tiny. It's not anywhere near what the actual Toulouse Stadium looks like either. It looks a bit more like an English stadium than it does in a French. Not to worry, we'll get that sorted, get it all fancy in the next few years hopefully, if the board agrees to it. Okay, so we're not a very good start. Irving Cardona with the goal for Brest after just 10 minutes. Far too easy in the midfield, and not exactly what we want at all. Funny enough, we'll give the opposition replays as well, because we want to show both, don't we? So we can analyse both and see where we are going wrong. As you can see, our XG is absolutely abysmal. We are getting absolutely destroyed, which doesn't look too good. I think we've got a bit of a glitch going on in here, by the way. So Amion down the right wing, into Mbule, to Dijagari, Amion. Okay, so we're getting a bit of possession now. We're playing nice. Bayo plays it over to side onto the left wing. What can we do with it? Into Spearings, into Mbule, and it's a good save. Not too bad. So we've got an XG a wee bit up now. However, I think I need to get more out of this team in the second half, and I'll definitely be mentioning that at half time, because it's not good enough so far. Unless we can get a goal just before half time, which would be fantastic. Side at the edge of the box, plays it into Dijagari, back into Spearings, into Bayo, and he plays it to Mbule. Oh come on, that's got to be a goal surely. I think it's been given offside anyway. Oh, we've got a free kick as well, right on the edge of half time, and it's in the back of the net. What a goal! Van den Boomen booms it in the back of the net. We'll be using that punt a lot this series, guaranteed. See it from behind, Van den Boomen right into the top right hand corner. Should the keeper do better? Yes, he should. Will he be able to do that maybe during the season when the keepers are actually prepared and not still suffering from their hangovers of before pre-season? Wait and see. Pair team here, and let's see if we can get something out of this game. Okay, so we're starting to get a bit of possession now. Just at the end of that half, we're starting to just find our feet. Spins into Machado. Plays it out. Van de Boomen. Oh, Spearings. Definitely getting possession now. Big switch by Diakite. And Mbule. Mbule into Bayo. Inside. Yes, there we are. 2-1. The two Ivory Coast players connecting there. Love to see it. Big switch from Diakite from left centre half into Mbule on the right hand side. Mbule, as we asked for, in the low cross, forces the keeper into a save where you got Side just lingering in at the back post to just tap it in. Great finish, great goal, exactly the type of play that we want from this season. Nice ball by the goalkeeper and Van Boomen. We're starting to pick our passes quite well now. Hopefully I've not said that too early because Speedings just gave it away into Favre. And we've managed to defend it well. Mbule on the right wing. Same again, plays it into Vacuum Bayo. Bayo! And it's the third. Fantastic. Bayo's been a threat all day, to be fair. Forcing the goalie into a save for the second goal and of course getting the third now. So yep, we're definitely finding our feet with this team. It started off really badly, but we've definitely progressed into the game and hopefully there's plenty more of this to come for the season. And hopefully Bayo will become an absolute goal scoring force for us. Potentially could try and bring him on a permanent at the end of the season. I'm sure he might actually have an option to buy. I'll be checking that one after the game. In fact, can we check right now? Do we have an option to buy? Optional 3.8 million. Oh, definitely might be taking that up at the end of the season if we've got the money there available. Oh, and it's a nice tip over the bar by the goalkeeper. That'll do it. I think it is time to make a little substitution. So you can see Dejugari looks absolutely shattered, so we'll definitely bring him off and we'll bring on a attacking midfielder. I think we'll bring on Amina Deal, young centre attacking mid or left attacking mid, and 20 years old, good potential. So hopefully this could be the type of game that suits him. And I think we'll bring off Bayo, of course. We'll bring Koulouris, see if he can do us anything. As I said earlier on, basically want to give a couple of the players a game right now. Bring on Rouge Note for Gabrielsen because we want to give Diakite just as much game time as possible. Of course, he's a young he's a young defender. We need to give him the experience as much as we can. Give him a game for Amion. Amion's done not too bad for us. And Sidibe will bring on for Van de Boomen. I think that's basically enough for now. We'll see how we go from there. Anyway, before we get the substitutions made, it might be a chance for us. Oh, no. Bayo can't hold it up. It's into Cardona. Plays over to Harry and the keeper's completely missed it. And Tavares knocks it into an empty goal. Definitely not the end to the game that we want. We've got a tough 20 minutes now. As you can see, Bayo just isn't able to win the ball. One easy little pass over the top of the midfield. Left back is completely unaware of the player coming from behind and the keeper's helpless. Could the keeper do better there? I'm not too sure. Looks like he misses the ball, but that might just be purely down to just the graphics more than anything. I think hopefully we run this game out with an XG of just over 1.45 to 1.3. We're just winning this game and no more in terms of statistical evidence, but hopefully we can get a second here, a fourth goal of the game, and get a 2-goal gap. That'd be fantastic. And it's just into the side net in there. Might have been offside actually. 4 minutes to go, 86th minute. Long ball high into the midfield, and it's through. Meunier through, and it's a good save by the keeper by Dupe. Wonder if that's Meunier who used to play for was it Brighton? He used to play for Huddersfield. One of the two of them anyway. And good header, good cleans away. However, we're not out quick enough. Why are we not out to this quick enough? 2 players on him. Yep, there we are. 2 players were on him there. Surely he wasn't getting by that. Surely he wasn't going to get a cross in. But look at Ngomo on the right wing. Absolutely flying. He's tearing it. He's absolutely tearing it into Sidibe, and Sidibe puts it wide. I must say, what a run by Ngomo there. Fantastic. Great pace. Hopefully we get more of that during the season. I'll be definitely keeping tabs on that. Definitely an asset that we can use. Inside. Gets away from the midfielder here. Ngomo into Moreira, into Sidibe. Oh, we've just lost the chance of getting a little quick goal in there. Oh, but we've played it onto the left wing with Mikado. Can he get the ball in? Lays it low and it's easy into the keeper's hands. And Cardano's trying to get it into the striker there, but it's getting cleared. But however, it came out to Perucci in the left wing. Plays it in and it's just over the keeper's bar. Keepers are not too bad. I think he had it covered. And I think that'll do us for the game. There we go. Very even, very tough game. Thankfully, we don't share the spoils, and we get away with the so-called miniature 3 points. We get a big dub, despite having a lesser XG and less shots. However, we did control possession, so that's probably one of the main things we can take out of that game. For a pre-season match, it wasn't too bad. Definitely room for improvement, but we'll happily take that. We'll boost our confidence, because that's what you want to do. Once you're joining a new team, you want to get the players on your side. It's definitely the way to go. And as you can see, we've taken our first win of the pre-season. Got another 2 coming up with Lorient and RC Lens, and then finishing off with FC Metz, and then we're going into a league game at home against Le Havre on the first day of the season on the 22nd. So we've got just over 3 weeks to go, just under 3 weeks to go, sorry, until the first game of the season. So hopefully we can continue to get a few players in, understand the depth of the squad, understand where we need to improve, and we can move forward from there. As you can see, Barnsley are now putting out an offer for Jozo Simunovic. Hopefully we do get him. We've tried our best, we've given more money. It shows that we want him. We don't want to pester him though, because that's the last thing we want to do. And basically it's that Stephen Mbuvi away to Cotton Sport on loan for the rest of the season, where he will be getting plenty of game time, hopefully. Of course, Cotton Sport are in the Cameroon First Division, bit of a distance from France, but of course if he's getting first team football, I'm not going to be complaining one bit. And we're bringing in a physio as well. And there we go, there's a promotion odds. We're 11-4 to win the league. Not too bad. Rest of contenders, you've got Guinamp at 6-4, Amiens at 11-4, Troyes at 41, and Auxerre at 9-2, and Cannes at 13-2. Favourites to go down are Dunkirk at 2-5, so obviously they're a minnow team for the league there. And we're going into our second game of pre-season, so I think we're going to rotate it a little bit. So I think we're going to go Kalouris up front. I want to give him a go. Nguma impressed me last game, so I'm going to go him in the right wing. Adil's going to come on the left side, done really well, but I'd like to try Adil. Young lad, want to give him his chance. We're basically just going to rotate the squad this game. I'm not too worried about playing the strongest squad. I want to just give everyone a game as much as we can, and we'll give the Jagari a game as well. I know it's not his favourite position, Coney, sorry, that it's not his favourite position, but we'll let him play in there. I'm sure he'd rather have games under his belt than not, so that's not too much an issue, and we'll basically submit the team. Of course, we'll give him a little team talk and basically say that just go out, enjoy the game, nothing to worry about, it's pre-season, just impress me, nothing else to do, and we'll go in from there. So it looks like we're having a bit of a quiet start to the game. Lorient, same again, they are dominating the game by the looks of things in terms of XG. Not really had a sniff at goal yet. They've had probably a few half chances, but nothing special. Possession fairly even again. So we get our first highlight of the game. You can see it is for us. Mikado into Diakite, who gets it cleared only to halfway of our own half, and it's in the back of the net by Armand Lorient. What a finish, to be fair. Far too easy though. Way too easy. Just came basically from a throw in our own half. Tried to clear it. Diakite's basically put it straight into the path of Lorente into Moffi, back into Lorente, who absolutely smashes it at the edge of the box. Annoying goal to give away, but it's a great finish from their part. And basically we're going to be staying on this highlight. Hopefully it's a quick reply. Will it be? I don't know. Nguma on the right wing. What can he do with it? Absolutely nothing by the looks of things. Speedy knocks it back in and it's safely into the goalkeeper's hands, so that'll probably be the end of that highlight. Not a very convincing first half performance to say at all. Definitely to do better. Adil plays into Kone, into Koulouris, and it's a good save by Nardi. Slightly better. Should Koulouris probably be scoring that? I'd like to think so. And we're going straight into the corner here. Kone whips it in into the back post to Koulouris once again, does nothing with it. Young Adil plays it across and it goes to no one. It's a bit of inexperience there. And we're just getting a highlight right before the end of the game. End of the first half, sorry. So we've got Kone on the ball, plays it into Ngoma, goes nowhere, and Lorient defenders seem to deal with it pretty well. However, we do recover it just to the halfway line, and Adil's through and goal, and Adil puts in the back of it. Fantastic. Adley, sorry. Told you I'd butcher names in this. Adley gets his first goal for the senior team. Just Diakite in at the halfway line, covering from his earlier mistake. Spearings plays it into Adley and puts into the top right hand corner. Great finish by the young man. And that actually sets us up really nicely just going into half time, so we have something to talk about, a bit positive. Players will be feeling a wee bit better about themselves now, so we'll basically just say we've been a better team once again, just saying that identical to what we said last game. It done trick last game, so why can't it do the same this game? And once again we're going straight into a highlight here with Adley on the left hand side. He's looking for the pass into the left back with Mikado into Spearings. Spearings plays it off to Kone back into Spearings. Can we get anything out of this? It looks like we're just going to be playing a bit of possession now. And Koulouris loses the possession. Koulouris seems to lose the possession quite a lot, which I've noticed. He's not really been a good holding up the play as Bio has been the previous game. Something that we might need to be aware of when we come up against big defenders in tough opposition. Here's Nguma now. Nguma finds it back in the net on the right hand side. Fantastic near post finish here by Nguma. That's the two players that impressed me in the last game. Adley and Nguma, both two wide midfielders that have came on the pitch and absolutely just tore it up during pre-season so far. Definitely shown that he wants to start the first game of the season, and with the way he's playing, he will be. And we're definitely getting our XG up now as well, so we're definitely doing not too bad. Looks like Spain is starting to feel a wee bit tired, so we might boost some substitutions just to the 60th minute mark, as we normally do. Of course, it is just a friendly, as we said earlier on, so we just want to give each player a chance. Bring Koulouris on, bring on Healy, and we'll give Diakite a rest now, because Diakite's played over 120 minutes of football, and I think we'll bring on, tell you what, will we go two up front? I'm feeling two up front. Let's bring Big Bio on. Use him as a target man. Why not? Go two up front, it's a friendly. Time to experiment. I think Mikado's feeling it, so we'll bring on Ami on as well, just to tighten things up at the back. So we've got a highlight here. We've just recovered possession through the mid defence of Lorient. Bio 30 yards out, plays it in Nguma. Oh, he's got to score that, surely. What a ball by Bio. Nguma was destined to score there. 1-on-1, keeper makes a good save. However, we can be disgruntled, we're not 2 up by now. So Adley gives away the free kick there. That'll be a yellow card, free kick probably. I think he gets away without a yellow there. And we've got 10 minutes to go. We're still dominating the game in terms of possession, which is fantastic. And we start back here with a long throw from Amiens, trying to play Van den Bomen in. However, it gets intercepted, and Lorient are on the counter attack here with Moncodot. And it's a good tackle there, but Moffy's on the ball, switches it out to the right hand side with Abigail. And they've still got possession. Can we get it out of here? No, we can, and it's in the back of the net. Disappointing into the game. It's really annoying that. Only 3 minutes to go to the final whistle, and we give away a cheap goal from a counter attack. As you can see, Amiens tries to intercept it, doesn't get there. We've got 3 players around them. That's poor, very poor. How we afford to give them space at that point in the pitch, I do not know. Not even getting a tackle in, apart from Amiens, which was bang average at most. So we basically get a draw for our second pre-season game, which is not too bad, could be worse. And basically it's only a friendly. So I'm basically going to end it there for this episode. I think we've done pretty well in terms of getting through a lot of stuff. A solid first episode. Next game will basically start from the first game of the season. I'll give you the quick highlights in terms of how we've done it in the rest of the pre-season, how we've done it in terms of the transfers and going forward. So I hope you've enjoyed this first episode. If you, of course, it's a new channel, so please leave a like, subscribe, and follow the social medias down in the link below. And hopefully I'll see you next time. Cheers.